Fans from around the world, welcome to the 2017 Olympia Press Conference. Folks, as you can tell, we're a little bit bigger, a little bit bolder this year, moving the press conference here to the main stage, and of course, we've left a lot of people outside of that auditorium that we've used the last couple of years, so we wanted to make this change in order to give you fans the opportunity to get here to hear from your favorite Olympians, and of course, a great start to the Olympia weekend. Folks, you'll recognize this statue to my right, of course, world famous Sandow. This will go to the winner of the 2017 Olympia. And lots on the line this year, folks. As you know, Heath going for a record-setting 7 Olympia titles. Folks, we changed the format up a little bit this year. Traditionally, we've gone with the men's open lineup on stage. This year, we've expanded a little bit, try to cater to all the worldwide fans we have in the respective different divisions. So we've got representatives from men's classic physique, men's physique, the 212, and the Mr. Olympia will all be taking the stage in just a few moments. Folks, before we get going, I have a very special major announcement to make here today. There have been plenty of smaller budget, documentary style budget bodybuilding movies made over the years. We've all seen them. But never before has there been a mainstream scripted theatrical feature film about the bodybuilding world. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is about to change. From Golden Globe nominated producer Steve Lee Jones, executive producer Eric Weeder, and co-executive producer our very own Dan Solomon, the incredible story of Joe Weeder is coming to the big screen. Shooting begins next month. Tyler Hockman and Juliana Howe have signed on to play Joe and Betty Weeder. This film is called Bigger. Dan Solomon, the media contract for the film, that'll be going into production very soon. Be filming out in Alabama with a very major release coming soon. Congratulations to Dan Solomon, Eric Weeder, and everybody that's involved in that project. It's going to be a big one, folks. I think it's about time that Joe Weeder got his own major motion picture. What do you think, folks? All right, folks, we're ready to meet the Olympians. Good but not great, folks. We've got to get this thing going. We've got Olympians that have been training all year. They've all qualified to be on this very stage this weekend. So for those athletes in the back, loud enough for Joe Weeder to hear in that big gym in the sky, folks, are you ready? All right, let's bring out our first athlete representing men's physique, Brandon Hendrickson. Representing classic physique, Breon Ansley. Men's physique, Andre Ferguson. Representing classic physique, making his triumphant return to the Olympia stage, Flex Wheeler. Representing classic physique, Sadic Hadzovic. Representing the 212, the giant killer, David Henry. Representing the Mr. Olympia, the Dominican Dominator, Victor Martinze. Representing the 212, Jose Raymond. Representing the Mr. Olympia, Lenartowicz. Representing the Mr. Olympia, Asha. Representing the Mr. Olympia, Cedric McMillan. Representing the Mr. Olympia, Roelly Winklaar. Representing men's physique, Potvin. Representing Classic Physique runner-up last year, Ahmad. Representing Men's Physique, Ryan Terry. Representing Classic Physique, he is your first ever Olympia champion and defending champion, Hester. Representing Men's Physique, he's your three-time Olympia champion, Buendia. Representing the 212, last year's runner-up, Ahmad Ashkanani. Representing the Mr Olympia, Bonac. Representing the 212, he is your five-time reigning and defending Olympia champion, Dexter. Representing the Mr Olympia, Ramy, Mamdouh, Elssbiay. Representing the Mr Olympia, former Olympia champion, the Blade, Dexter Jackson. Representing the Mr Olympia, Lexatron, Shawn Rhoden. And representing the Mr Olympia, he is your six-time reigning and defending Olympia champion, the Heath. And I'm going to big hand, folks, for your 2017 Olympia weekend lineup. All right, folks, a lineup this big and a show this large can only accommodate not just myself, but you need bigger and badder on the stage. Please welcome my co-host for the event, the Menace, James.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you. Welcome to the 2017 Mr Olympia weekend. It's awesome to see this place packed like this, and it's awesome that we have the whole press conference here in the arena today, because nobody has to stand outside. Everybody can be in here. Bob, what do you think? What do you guys think? Are you ready to start this weekend off right? There you go. Bob, how you doing?
I'm doing good, D. You know what? We've got a packed house. We've got a great weekend ahead. But folks, before we get going, we just want to address a few things that have been out in the bodybuilding area this week, and lots of rumors swirling around about the Pro League, about bodybuilding in general, worldwide. D, what's going on?
Well, there's a lot of rumors going around. Some of the rumors are true, some of them are false, but there are going to be some major changes coming up. But this is not for us to talk about. This will be addressed by the ifbb Pro League president himself this weekend. So look out for the news that's going to be happening this weekend.
That's right, Dean. Saturday night, our own Pro League president, Mr. Jim Mann, will take the mic, folks. He'll be making a very special announcement for this year, and of course, the many years coming up in the ifbb Pro League. All right, folks, we've got some athletes here and ready. D, I know you got a whole bunch of questions ready for these guys. And of course, as always, we're going to start things off with the champ. What's up, Phil? That's velvet. What is velvet? If I had two more pockets, it looked like a pool table. All right, six-time champ, looking to be seven-time champ. What do you say?
I feel freaking awesome. I am so excited. And I'm very grateful to move the Orleans Arena this press conference, because I mean, this is just incredible. All these amazing athletes are here, and I'm just, you know, one of many of them, and I'm just enjoying this moment being the champ. Trained very hard, Obviously, I'm going for 7, trying to tie Arnold Schwarzenegger. We all know who that is.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I'm just, like I said, I'm just very, very excited, very pumped. I cannot wait to get it on.
Anybody stand in the way of the 7-time champ? Phil, you're chasing not only this title, but history in the making. Of course, Arnold sharing that, or hopefully sharing that title with you. If you can move on to that 7th sandout onto the mantle. Did anybody here get in your way, Phil, and stop you from that dream?
Essentially, everyone here has earned the right to be on the Olympia stage. Therefore, they all have an opportunity. I've competed against all the world's best for quite some time. They all have something very special, and I truly believe that I'm getting their best effort based on my success, you know, over the years. So I don't take any of them lightly. I believe that, especially after last year's Olympia, we saw a lot of shift in the placements. Therefore, you can't necessarily just count one person as your front runner. You can't just pay attention to what you see online. You just have to do your best, you know, 365 days a year. We're here in Vegas. I'll be here tomorrow night against the world's greatest. And, you know, God willing, I, you know, can put forth my best effort because I truly believe that my best effort will yield another second title.
All right, thank you, Phil.
Well, this didn't sound too confident. I know it's more confident Phil. But Shawn Rhoden, can Phil be beat? Finally. I mean, it's been, everybody's been trying for so many years now. 6-time Mr. Olympia means that he's Mr. Olympia for a reason. But I remember 2 years ago we said, not on this very same stage, but over there at the other place where you said you beat him in almost every shot. Now, what did second place last year? Did Shawn Rhoden make adjustments? Are you going to be able to dethrone Phil Heath this year?
Wow, we're back in Vegas one more time. This is my 7th straight Olympia, and I'm very excited to be here. You know, it's so great to see all these wonderful fans that comes out to show their support. You know, have a year for these, you know, athletes that make a lot of sacrifice to be here and, you know, train their hardest. These are in my opinion, the best of the best. And I'm looking forward to getting back on stage come Friday night. I've done everything that I could have possibly done to be ready for this weekend. And, you know, it's no different from any other year. I am the best Shawn Rhoden this year.
Is this a yes or no?
Can you repeat the question?
Can Phil be beat? Are you capable of beating Phil this year?
Yes, Phil Heath can be beat, just like anybody else up here. I mean, that's how I look at it. I mean, I had to spend all these months training to be number 2.
Everybody says Mr. Olympia wins from the back. Will you beat Phil from the back? Would you guys turn around? One of the shots.
Okay, you know, I see a lot of stuff online, you know, stating that there's one pose. So basically, are you saying that each athlete up here should just train and work on their back double bicep? You know, what about the rest? We judged in every single pose. Yeah. And I make improvement in every single pose, not just my red up bicep. So, you know, I'm not going out here going, oh, Phil's going to win the red up bicep, or, you know, Big Ramy's going to win this pose. I'm coming out here saying I've made improvement in every possible poses.
Phil, did Shawn Rhoden beat you in any poses last year? No. How about the year before that? No. Year before that? Is it just from the back, Phil, or is it every pose?
It actually starts not at the front of the bicep. It actually starts at the front relax pose. And as we record turns, you're able to see a whole lot of physique going on. So a lot of these guys fail to realize, and even some of you, the fans, may not realize this, but when we come out here and they say, quarter turn to your right, face curtain, quarter turn. That's part of this. So if you already lose some of those shots, just standing there still, just think what happens when you start posing and things start popping and becoming more three-dimensional and all the separation and the tie-ins, the roundness, the graininess, and these are the things that some people have, some people don't. And essentially, that's what's made me be a champion. So I agree with what Shawn's saying. He didn't want to answer the question right away because he was asked about back from the bicep or whatever, back. But I get what he's saying. He said it's not just judged, not predicated on one pose. It's predicated on a ton of different poses, starting with the front, side, rear lat, the other side. And then we get into the, front lower bicep, back spread, side shots, etc. Those of all of which, I can sit here and tell you the same thing. I've been working very hard and making sure that I maximize this body as well. So it's kind of like what Arnold used to say, getting timing right and all this other stuff. And Shawn got another year, I got another year, I'm doing better anyway. If he improves, why wouldn't I improve? And I think sometimes being a champion, people will initially think, well, the underdogs, all the other people, yeah, they've made improvements and the champion hasn't. Well, I've pretty much improved every year. And anytime someone said the Phil doesn't have this, the Phil doesn't have that, I've actually made sure I did do that the following year. I can't say that for everybody else. And that's something that Mr. Olympias know how to do. They take a weakness, they get adjudicated, they get critiqued as peers, even by the judges. And then they go back and they improve on that so that they don't have to say the same thing over and over again. And that's what I do every single day.
Well, talk about tie-ins and talk about getting older. Oldest man on this stage. No, maybe not. No, maybe he is. Yes. Tell me about tie-ins.
About tie-ins?
Phil mentioned the tie-ins. So don't old man, don't we talk about old man muscle? Yes. Shawn got second place last year, took it away from you from the year before. You've been very vocal and very open in your social media this year about your improvements, about your training the whole year. What can we expect from the Blade coming tomorrow night?
Well, his trainer loved to run his mouth a lot, so what I wanted to do this year, even though I beat him every show outside the Olympia every year, I wanted to show everybody what I can do if I take a full year off like they do. So I took the whole year off, no Arnold, no nothing. And so if I'm beating these guys, competing all year, what do you think is going to happen when I take the whole year off and be able to train just for one show like they do? I don't talk a lot of trash. I mean, y'all know me. Boy, don't talk no trash. But if I get going,
I just remember one text I got from Dexter. I remember one text 2 months ago. I mean, I'm a quote, so don't. He said, I'm in his ass this time.
I mean, I do that to my friends. You guys will never see me do that, on paper. These are boys. This is men's talk, But I'm a clown, so I laugh at myself. I laugh at my own jokes, just let y'all know. But anyway, it's gonna be a good show, man. It's gonna be a battle. I'm really looking forward to showing you guys the improvements that I've made from taking the whole year off. Okay, and it's gonna be good. Let's just say that.
Are we seeing the best Dexter Jackson this year? Because I think
you will see the best Dexter ever this year. Boy, like I said, boy don't talk no trash. I'm just saying. So if I don't talk trash, usually I show you better than I can tell you. That's always been my that's always been my motto. When people say I can't do something, I show you. Okay, you get a lot of guys up there, they get posted all these pictures online, they look like Hercules. And then when they get to the show, it's like, what happened? That's not gonna happen with me. Okay, when I say I'm gonna do something, I usually do it. So I'm really looking forward to showing you guys what I've worked so hard for this year. And I better see some improvements myself when I look at the pictures.
All right, thanks.
I'm hurting my behind.
Folks, we've got a treat here today. Normally we've gone with the entire lineup on the Mr. Olympia, but we've broken up this year. I, for one, have been dying to get this guy on the stage. Give it up for 5-time Olympia champ, Flex Lou. All right, Flex. Well, we got 2 flexes on stage. We're going to have to battle the flexes here. I think they should have a pose off to see who retains the name. Maybe we can do that a little bit later. All right, the champ's chasing 7. You're chasing 6. How's it looking this year, Flex?
Well, first things foremost, guys, it's great to be back here. Great to be in the press conference again. I want to thank Robin Chang and the Pro League for giving the 212 a voice up here this year. So, guys, thank you very much. Prep has been great. You know, there's a method to my madness every single year. I don't have an off season, as you can tell. I come in right at the top end of the weight every single year. So about 20 weeks out from the show, we started prepping and we were ahead of the game. So thank goodness, of course, we've had some adversity thrown in our way. And I say that you know, lightly, but that's what makes a champion. It's things get thrown in your way and having the ability to steer around things. And this weekend's Olympia, I'm very, very excited to show the package that I've been working so hard for this off-season, on this very stage.
Flex, I want to address that adversity. It's obviously the elephant in the room, but unfortunately we lost one of our Olympians. He was a dear friend of yours, and Josh Lenartowicz, our young ifbb pro Dallas McCarver, who I know you guys trained with every single day, was getting ready for this competition. I know he was excited as you guys were prepping, but obviously there's no easy way to get through that, but you're here and you're ready to defend that title.
Absolutely, and that's motivation for me. You know, it was a massive shock for us all, and you know, I trained with Dallas, or seen Dallas every single day. We spoke very, again, daily. Wherever we were around the world, we traveled buddies together. So I took him under my wing, and he was a really good kid. So of course that sideswiped us all, and you know, as soon as we got over that, then this big hurricane came into Florida. So, needless to say, we took 24 hours, myself and my wife, to get out. And we came to Vegas very early, got situated, got into prep again. My wife has been phenomenal. Thank you very much, Ali, for taking the reins and everything, because if I didn't have her, I would have been a complete mess. So, she handled everything, all tickets, drove up to Orlando, flew out the next day, and we settled in a base camp, only to come to find out we had another small little hurricane called Jose chasing behind the bloody thing. So
he's behind you now.
So that being said, Hurricane Jose though has run out of steam, so hopefully he runs out of steam by Saturday too.
That's a good one, Flex.
I got a few more.
You were pushed all the way to the final round last year by Ahmad, right next to you, Ahmad Ashkanani, back on the Olympia stage this year. You guys had a hell of a battle going right down. I know it's probably your toughest win to date. Obviously, they don't get any easier as they go, Flex, but I assume you expect that same push from Ahmad this year.
Absolutely. I mean, Ahmad came straight out of turning pro, straight into the Pro Leagues when his first pro show, and then was straight into Olympia. So it was a whirlwind for him this year, last year, I'm sorry. So now he's had the mindset to train for this title all year and focus on the goal of trying to get it. I'm very excited, as well as you as the fans, to see his package. But again, you know, I've trained all year to win too, and I walk, talk daily as a champion, so it'd have to be a damn good physique to come and take me out, because I need sleep and shit this title. That said,
just to stir the pot. We got Jose, Ahmad, David Henry right behind me, and each one of them all thinks they should have beaten Ahmad at some point in time too. So I'm going to pass around the mic and let them all argue amongst themselves.
All right, Ahmad, welcome back to the Olympia stage, my friend. You gave Flex all he could handle last year. Have you improved this year enough to take the champ out?
First thing, competitor, my friend and my brothers. Thanks for Olympia to being all of us here. And it's my second time. I'm so excited to compete this year. My brother, especially Flex Lewis, and I did my best all this year, the off season, but I came better than last year. Finally, I will do my best on the stage and hope for all of you guys enjoy this great weekend, and good luck for all my brothers to compete on this stage.
All right, thank you, Mark.
Well, I would like to acknowledge another Mr. Olympia, Jeremy Buendia, right here. Jeremy, this is the first time, this is something that I appreciate the most, to get you guys on stage finally, to acknowledge you guys for what you guys do. And 3 times Mr. Olympia, and I know the pressure is always on you as the champ. Brian Terry says it's over for you. He got second last year, said it's done. No more Mr. Olympia and Jeremy Buendia. He said he's going to take the title away from you. What do you say?
Did you say that? Well, I guess we'll have to see on Saturday. So, you know, I'm all for a good competition, and I'm very fortunate to be here again for the 5th straight year. You know, I've competed in every single Physique Olympia since 2013 when it first started. So it's definitely a privilege to be here for every single event, and not only that, but to be the champ for the past 3 years. And hopefully on Saturday I'll be number 4. It's been amazing to see the growth of our division, seeing how it's grown internationally over the last few years, and how we've steadily made our way up onto the stage amongst the big guys, the bodybuilders, and we're gradually gaining the respect in our division. And it's great to see the hard work that the athletes have put in, and to see how the division has evolved and how the athletes have grown, and to see the quality and how all the athletes have pushed each other over the past few years as we competed in the tour together, and to see how we all grow as athletes and as bodybuilders. And it's pretty significant to see the evolution of our division over the past few years. And it's going to be a great show on Saturday. I know it's going to be the best competition. I've been seeing the guys post on online. The social media nowadays, we're able to kind of keep tabs on each other a little bit. And it's definitely going to be the biggest competition to date. There's a lot of phenomenal athletes that made some great improvements. But you guys definitely expect to see the best Jeremy Buendia. I've been working my ass all year long. I made some significant improvements. Be bigger, harder, and better than ever. So it's going to be a lot more than what they had brought last year to take me out this year.
Ryan, are you going to be settling for second place, or are you going to tell them you beat them?
Hi guys, thank you for having me on this stage, and yeah, you can all tell I'm from the UK, so I've flown a long way for this, but yeah, I'm really excited for this year. Obviously second place last year was a dream come true for me, but every year I always look to try and improve on my physique and obviously my placing within the Olympia. So the only way forward from second place is obviously challenging Jeremy for that first place. So fingers crossed, come Saturday, we'll be right up there with him and battling it out.
Thank you. Andrew Ferguson, they're talking 1 and 2. Are you going to be in the mix?
What's going on, people?
Don't tell me you're just here to be here. Are you in the mix?
I'm never just a happy to be here guy. Everybody here came to win. Everybody, all 5 of us came to win. So,
what do you have that's going to be the winning package that they don't have? What do you think it is that's going to get you the notch over the 3-time champ or the first runner-up from last year?
It's going to be who's more complete. I think I got him.
Come on, Andre.
Say it loud and say it proud.
I said, Isabel, who's going to be the most complete? I think I got him.
That's the kind of statements we want to hear. Jeremy thinks he's got you.
We all think we got each other. We all came to win.
Well, usually when you say you're more complete, that means the other guy's lacking something. So,
True.
So what's he lacking?
Of course, what happens?
What's he lacking?
What's lacking? Not much, man. That looks phenomenal. It's not about liking something. You just want to be a little bit better than that. Just not more complete doesn't mean he's not.
Okay. I just want to understand it. I'm from Germany. I don't really speak the English language too much. If you have a complete package, you have a better package.
We can all be complete. Absolutely. I'm just trying to be a little bit better.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you're a little bit better, point out to me what it is that is better than Ryan Terry or Jeremy Buendia.
That I have?
Yeah. What's?
No, that's Sadic has. Of course that's what you get. Come on, Andre. What do you got, man?
I'm going to say everything. I'm going to say everything.
This is tag team act. This is the Olympia stage, man. You got to bring it.
Everything. Everything. We're working.
I almost want to call him out for a pose down right here.
Let him off the hook. Let me get over here to some first-time champs. Danny Hester, your first ever Classic Olympia champ. All right, Danny, welcome back, man. Last year you came in. You were probably pretty much the biggest secret of all the Olympians that came in. A lot of names are out there in the press. A lot of names as favorites. You kind of snuck in there. Nobody saw you coming, Danny, but when the smoke cleared, you had that medal around your neck and the title of best in the world. Can we repeat it this year, Danny?
Testing 1, 2. Yes, I think I can. I made a lot of improvements. And, you know, it was a great journey this year, and I have just so many things that I'm appreciative of this sport. I've always felt like I was an ambassador of this sport, you know, being fortunate when I first started this sport to train at Gold's Venice back in the late 80s and early 90s. So I've seen everybody from Dexter's amateurs to Gary Stridham and you name all these guys. I've been privy to be able to train with and befriend, and even, you know, you. And we see you guys backstage at the...
You mean even me?
He was a great bodybuilder. I don't know if people know it or not, but he was awesome. And, you know, seeing all the potentials of all the guys as amateurs coming up, you know, and then myself and being at Gold's and being an ambassador there to the sport, and always doing really well at the national level, being respected. And I just felt like there wasn't anything else more I could do in the sport, because I wasn't a big guy, you know, that was the thing. And I did a lot of other sports, so for me to go to that next level, it just wasn't for me. And so I felt like there was something missing. So I was doing my job as being an ambassador, helping the guys come through Venice and everything. If they needed anything, work job, you know, promotion or anything, I was always connected in that way. So I felt like I was an ambassador. And then all these years I always stayed in shape, you know. I'm fortunate to do like endorsements and magazines still without competing at the top level. Like I've always wanted to in my heart as a competitor. And then they came out with this classic division, and I just felt that it was such a blessing that I had this opportunity. So I definitely was not going to, you know, not shine at this opportunity. That's what I was known for. It was made for people like me. And I was fortunate enough to win this division. And now I feel like I am really, truly the ambassador to the sport where I can help promote it. And I was fortunate enough to get a lot of guest posing and bring my wife involved. You know, it's brought us a lot closer because now we're a team. We have something to strive for and work together and to motivate people. And for her to be able to sing on stage with me, that's what we do, and motivate people. It's just such a blessing, you know. And I've been staying in shape all year, you know, guest posing, because I have to check myself to make sure I'm not slipping, because I'm be on that stage. It's like a little mini protocol, you know. So I've learned a lot also about my body this year. And so this year was a little bit easier to kind of get in shape. I wasn't quite sure. I doubted myself a little bit because I stayed in shape all year, that I didn't really have to grind really hard for a short period of time, which I do most of the things. I'm a procrastinator. So this year I doubted myself, thinking I didn't work hard enough, so it wasn't going to show results. But as the days got closer, my body was like, it woke up and it it looks good. I'm very satisfied.
All right, defending champ, Danny Hester. Oh, there's a familiar face. Flex Wheeler, what's up? Now, you and Danny actually train at the same gym. You obviously know that Gold's Venice had been for many years. You've known Danny for 25 years. Did Danny inspire you last year, Flex, at all when he won? Obviously coming in here at 40, what were you, 45? 47 last year. Flex, you're just a few years older than that, but you have made the transition. Obviously last time Flex Wheeler was on this stage, it was a whole different deal and a whole bunch of years ago. But we've seen your videos, Flex, we've seen you working diligently, and you're back on the Olympia stage. Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you so much.
So what's the expectations? What's a win for Flex Wheeler here? I mean, obviously we all come here to win. Every Olympian on the stage wants to win the actual ultimate title. But what's a win for Flex Wheeler in this? Is it to grab that gold from Danny's neck? Is it to place in the top 10, or really just to be the best Flex Wheeler you can be?
It's both. It's all the above. You know, I'm a true competitor. Always to a show and think not winning. I train that way, and I think every other person on the stage is trained that way also. But, you know, I'm also realistic. For me, you know, it's already a victory. I mean, kidney transplant patient, you know, a number of different surgeries over, you know, 10 surgeries in 9 months, 9 weeks that I had to go through, back surgery, knee surgeries, and all that stuff. So just to be able to walk back on the stage and be a beacon of light for people who've been through trials and tribulations like I have, it's just extraordinary. And to come full circle at the age of 52, walking back on the stage, realizing the monumental moment that it is to be able to stand on the stage is beyond me. But now saying that, I didn't go in the gym and torture myself just to be somebody's footstool. So at the end of the day, you know, the judges are going to make their decision, you know, and it's going to be what it's going to be. So it doesn't matter what I look like in videos, and I'm really not that crazy about posting videos, but I got tired of getting beat up for not showing my legs. But my thing is who gives a damn what you look like an hour before the show? Who gives a damn what you look like an hour after? It's that 15 to 20 minutes on stage, that's all that counts. So we're going to find out what happens. It's going to be a party. I'm going to enjoy myself. So it's truly an honor to stand up here with all these young gentlemen and have an opportunity to rub shoulders with them. All I can say is this is going to be the biggest party in the entire world tomorrow. When we're standing up on the stage, this is going to be a beautiful thing.
Well, it's going to be great to have the great Flex Wheeler back on the Olympian stage. Ross runner-up last year for Danny. A lot of people could have had it either way. It was very, very close in the judging, and these guys were literally putting you through the ringer out on that stage to get a winner last year. How does it feel to be up there with the likes of a legend like Flex Wheeler?
Well, first, Bob, let me say you look sharp as usual. Is that blue velvet?
Velvet, man.
It's an honor. It's an honor and a pleasure to thank Jim Mannion and Robin Chang for having us classic physique guys up here. For many, many years I was on the side of this table watching the press conference, so it's truly an honor. As far as being on stage with Danny and Flex, I mean, I think everybody out here knows that Flex Wheeler is one of the best bodybuilders of all time, let alone classic physique competitor. So to be on the same stage as Flex is an absolute honor. I have much respect for him and for Danny, the champ from last year.
Well, Arash, you took getting cut to a new level last year. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, maybe you can give a little story of what happened after the show ended. When I just happened to be going backstage, I heard a big crash. Thought maybe one of the lights had fallen down, but what happened, Arash?
I didn't get the big glass cup that Danny got, but my girlfriend at the time, Juliana Melicarne, women's physique, she had the big glass cup, and she won. I placed second to Danny, and we're walking out, and I had flip-flops on, and it slipped and fell on my big toe, and almost took it off. So had to go to the ER, got some stitches, but it was a wound I won't forget.
What's the challenge this year? Obviously, you guys went wire to wire last year, right down literally into the posing round. Danny obviously came out victorious. What's going to go on this year, Arash, in terms of improvements that you've made? You think you can get Danny this year or any of the other competitors?
Well, I made a promise to you all out there and to myself that I would be head and shoulders better, and I can say that I am. I'm a whole other animal this year. I'm bringing something very, very special to the stage, and I'm not here just to be here, I can tell you that much.
All right, thank you, Arash.
Sounds awesome. Arash, I heard him talk about the champ from last year. He was the center place, you mentioned Flex Wheeler. But I didn't hear nothing the third place finisher last year, Sadic, who's sitting right here next to me. Sadic, this sounds like a two-man battle, including Flex, three-man. What does Sadic have to say to this?
First of all, thank you for everybody that showed up tonight. Without the fans, this is not possible. I mean, I've been dreaming of being on a Mr. Olympia stage since I've been a teenager, and really is a dream come true. And really, I think there's 15, 20 guys. All of them are dangerous. All of them are world-class competitors. They're all champions. On any given day, anybody can beat anybody. When I show up at 100% tomorrow night, I believe I'm going to present many problems to everybody in the division.
That was very polite.
Sadic, much like Andre, are you just too pretty to take on Jeremy here, or what's the difference here between you and the champ?
Oh, he's a classic physique this year. What's the difference between you and Arash? You guys both in the same gym.
That's what I mean.
This is almost bragging rights here. So, because you both will have to go back to the same gym, and somebody's going to have to beat the other guy. So, will you beat Arash this weekend?
My goal is to beat everybody. You know, like I said, I'm not focusing on one competitor, I'm focused on bringing my best. And I know at my best, I'm able to beat anybody in the world.
Oh, we see you at your best?
100%.
Well, you heard it here first.
All right, Heath. Let me get to Hurricane Jose over here. What's up, champ?
Hey, Bob.
You know, we've got kind of a perfect mix of new and old on the stage. We've got some veterans that have been around for some time. Yourself, David, obviously Flex going way back. Victor, we're going to get to in just a bit. We've got some new guys, Nathan, Josh. Where are you at, Jose, in terms of career? You've been on this stage many, many years now. You've been competing for 25 years.
Exactly.
So, where are you seeing yourself this year and obviously into the future of what Jose Raymond brings to the stage?
Well, I want to go out on my terms. I don't want to be forced out. I don't want to be pulled aside and say it's time to go. So I've made sure that I'm coming this year at my best. And, you know, we'll take it one show at a time from here, but I'm worried about this weekend and that's it. You know, I don't have a whole lot left. I'm getting up there. But luckily I'm healthy, and that's the most important thing. You know, I feel like $1,000,000. I haven't felt this good in years, and that spells trouble for the dragon and the camel and whoever else is here.
Dragon camel. These guys are animals.
Yeah, you know, I came here for one thing, and that's to put a nix on the 6. And you know, I'm ready.
Sounds like a t-shirt you could probably buy tonight at Meet the Olympians.
Yeah, I have a suitcase full of them. But yeah, you'll see, talk is cheap. You know, I like to mess around and be a wise guy, but the truth of the matter is, all that matters is what the judges say. And like I said, I feel better than I have in a long time, so. You guys are definitely going to get your money's worth. I would definitely buy a ticket to come see the Boston Mass, so enjoy the show.
All right, Hurricane Jose. David Henry right next to you. David, a former 202 Olympia winner. That's before we, of course, we made a few changes to the weight categories, but you're still kicking, buddy, and still back on the Olympia stage.
Yes, I am. Thanks, Bob. You know, just like Jose said, you know, we're getting up there, but I'm definitely blessed to be where I'm at. This is my 12th Olympia, you know, and I've been competing for 13 years as a pro, and I'm not taking anything lightly, you know. I don't post a lot of stuff as well on social media, kind of don't like it, but just due to the nature of the beast, you know, you got to do that kind of stuff. So a lot of talk's been going on about, you know, where I should be doing improvements and things like that, and based on this year's Arnold, you know, you guys make your decisions from there. But you will see something pretty nasty going on. So like Flex and Jose said, buy a ticket. It's going to be a hell of a show.
All right, thank you, David.
Well, let's go get back to the big boys here for a minute. And why not just go to the biggest one on the stage this weekend, Ramy. Big Ramy, you've been competing at the Olympics since 2013. You consistently moved up one spot every single year. You ended up in 4th place last year. Where will Ramy be this year?
First, you know, hello. I'm really happy to be here with my friends and with all the respect for my friends, I'm coming only for first. I'm coming every year to win, but this year, I promise, I bring something new once in Olympia.
That's a huge statement.
This man ain't losing no muscle.
Phil, did you hear that? He's just going to bring something that's never been seen before on the Olympia stage.
I think he means you. Damn, he's talking about a lot of Mr. Olympia champions, and, you know, not just myself. He's talking about being the greatest ever. So, oh hell, he ain't gonna do that shit.
You translate that, dude?
Okay, you know, I hear about the dream killers this year. But tomorrow, no more dream, tomorrow's fact. Muscles is cooking you tomorrow.
افشخوا يا رامي افشخوا.
William Bonac. In 5th place last year.
I was waiting. Dexter. Dennis, I was waiting.
I'm sorry, champ.
I was waiting this whole time. You know, what makes this Olympia press conference so awesome is when someone actually is very confident about their own God-given abilities and is willing to say it in front of everybody. You know, that's what this sport is about, ladies and gentlemen. We train, we sacrifice, we give everything in our soul to go onto this Olympia stage to give you fans, the judges, everybody, something that they've never seen before. I know what that feels like. I know exactly what Ramy's feeling. Hell, I was feeling that stuff when I placed 3rd at my very first Olympia in 2008. You know what I'm saying? I understand what it feels like when I was placing 2nd to Jay Cutler those years. You know, and I also understand what it feels like to beat a Mr. Olympia champion. So I get it. There's no disrespect with that. I expect Ramy, Dexter, Shawn, everybody, even the guys that ain't even here compete, you know, at this press conference to feel that they deserve to whip my ass. I get it, but that's why I train so damn hard. That's why I give it everything I got. You think this is the first time I heard someone say that they were going to beat me? Hell, Kai Greene used to say that stuff all, and he was a lot better than some of the guys up here. That's just being real. So let's just be real. Some of y'all know that too. So you guys want to see me get after it, keep on running your mouth. Because I too have improved. I too have made weaknesses my strengths. See, that's the difference between me and a lot of these other guys, is that even the writers, the analysts, the people, the bloggers, everything they say, Phil don't have this, and then I shut them up. When has anybody else done that? Turn a weakness into a strength. I came into this sport with no back, no upper chest, and this and that, arms too big, shoulders too small, no thigh sweep, this and that. I've gotten rid of all that. They said, oh, his stomach needs to come down, this and that. I've done that. Did everything I've been asked to do. That's called bodybuilding. That's called bodybuilding. That's called sculpting the body. I came in winning, but I want to win the Olympia. My first loss was 3 years. You was scared. First 2, and then what happened? Take 3 years off. I was 25 years old when I turned pro. I was only competing for 2 years. I came out the gate, went into Colorado Pro and New York Pro. I knew that my legacy was not going to be predicated on how many shows I did at that time. Yeah, absolutely. You should say it. He was like, yeah, when Phil hits his stride, he's going to do his thing. And I did.
I jumped right into 5. I went against Flex.
Yeah.
Paul Dillette. Yeah. Ronnie.
Yeah.
All of them. I was scared. I was jumping right into fire.
I mean, damn, and you got burned too. Like, yeah. I get it. You did your thing. You were champion. Let McMillan, this is the champion. He's won the Olympia. He's won the Arnold Classic titles. I got mad respect for him. You know, one of the biggest things that I was trying to do when I came on the scene was to look at guys that had an attainable physique to me, which was Dexter Jackson. When I got my first IFBB Pro loss, it was at the 2007 Arnold Classic where he got second, Victor got first. After that, I was like, I need to get hard, grainy, this and that separated. Consistency with conditioning like Dexter. And then once I was able to do that, I started getting improvement. Watch Dexter.
He like Mayweather. He ran for years and went to get old, then he can beat you.
That doesn't even make any sense. But that doesn't make sense.
You know how Phil is. He's always saying,
but then what happened?
I'm undefeated.
I didn't say I was undefeated. I said I came in here losing. I made sure I made improvement. Dexter. That's what I did. You know, there's a lot of people.
Can I finish?
No, because of the fact that you'll say, okay, Phil took 2 years off. This and that.
You took 3.
I took 2, bro. I didn't do the 06 and 07 Olympia. And then in 08, I got 3rd in my first Olympia. So if I would have took those 2 years off and came in 10th or 12th, then that was time wasted.
I came in 9th, but no, there's no time wasted. To me, the greatest is not about being #1 and winning every single thing. The greatest to me is when you lose, you get better because of that loss.
That's what I did.
Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time because he's won the belt, lost the belt, won the belt. I don't care about Mayweather because he's 49 and old. You always talk about Mayweather now. He's the greatest, not the greatest.
He's not on all the time. I mean, this is bodybuilding. This is bodybuilding. You're trying to change the narrative.
I'm just trying to compare you to him.
No, you're trying to create a different narrative that doesn't apply to me. That's what, see, this is what people do when you're the champion. People try to create different false narratives so that they get the deflection to detract you from what the hell is really happening.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I said, well, you missed the first 2 years. That's all I said.
I missed the first 2 years, and then what happened after that? You don't even know my contest history. I went 3rd, and then you know what's funny? I got 3rd in my first Olympia. Then in 09, guess what happened? I got 5th.
Yo, you like a couple.
I got 5th. What happened? I went back to the drawing board and took second back then.
It's okay.
Hey, it's a 1 hour show, guys. Besides, I want to hear from Cedric McMillan. Grab that microphone, gentlemen. Big Mac.
Hey, before you even get started, I want to say, is that jacket midnight blue or navy blue? It's a pretty color blue.
What's the difference?
I don't know how much you're going to try to get this smack talk going with me, but I don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? I get a damn attitude and be ready to fight backstage. So let's just keep it focused on trying to pose and look the best we can. Before we get too self-absorbed, I think we need to take a minute to think about life in general, and the fact that we are here alive is a blessing alone, right? All of y'all out there have suffered some losses in your family. We as bodybuilders have suffered some losses, right? So if y'all would please keep your seats, but just join me for a quick few seconds of silence, all right? For the people that's not blessed like us to still be here, if you don't mind. Okay, thank you.
Cedric, one of the things that makes you one of the most popular athletes in the IFBB Pro League is your compassion, is your outlook on life in general, not just bodybuilding. You've been very adamant over the years, and bodybuilding is just one thing that you do. People use these phrases, I'm going to war, I'm going into battle, I'm going to do all these things. You're a military man. You know battle, you know war, you know reality out there. You've always had a great perspective on bodybuilding, even at this level, at the Olympian level.
Yeah, I mean, who said who out there? Who? Yeah, I mean, you know, people that ain't been through some of the things that we've been through, you know, this is the best thing they can come up with called battle, right? Whether it be in the army or on the streets, some people just ain't been through shit in their life, so they try to make a beauty pageant into battle, you know? So, but the thing is, you know, I believe we up here to try to make our physiques look the best we can. And, you know, to be honest, bodybuilding started They were trying to find the most beautiful and most perfect physique there ever was, right? That's what they were doing. It wasn't, yeah, let's fight, let's act like tough guys, let's act like bullies, who's the biggest, baddest, and all that stuff, you know. So I always try to take an opportunity to take bodybuilding back to its roots and the original intent of what the sport was designed for. I think it's important to respect that, because without that, you know, what would we be doing right now? You know, maybe you know, working somewhere in a factory or some shit. You never know, right? So yeah, I just try to me, keeping it real is keeping it in perspective and realizing that all we're doing is getting up there in some bikini underwear, standing beside each other half-naked. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's hope that Cedric finds some posing trunks before tomorrow. I don't want to see him in any bikini underwear. But
hey, I got them on right now. You know, just in case I can drop my shit. No.
Platform is yours, my friend.
No. But, you know, I will talk a little smack. Dexter is old and they get on my nerves. Roelly Winklaar looked like Jesus or ISIS. One of the two. Shawn Rhoden got hair. I never even knew he had hair. And Josh got a funny shaped head. And Bob Chickarrillo got some long ass shoes on. Hey, and my last thing before I get out of here, I want to give a special shout out to Victor Martinze, Flex Will, and Dexter Jackson. Listen, I was looking at magazines, right? When I had a weight set in my bedroom, looking at magazines wanting to look like these guys. And to be up here to compete with them is absolutely amazing. Not an amazing accomplishment for me to be able to be with them, but it's an amazing accomplishment for them to still be able to do it at a high level. You know, so I think they deserve a lot of respect and reverence for what they're doing, you know? So shout out to those guys.
Thank you, Cedric. Josh Lenartowicz knows a little something about perspective. Josh, it's been, obviously it's been a very telling year. Obviously it's been very challenging for you, but much like your buddy Flex Lewis, you're back on this stage and you're gonna celebrate the life of Dallas McCarver, your training partner and your buddy, rather than mourn his loss. You're actually doing this for Dallas.
Yeah, I just want to thank everyone out there, the fans that reached out to us in this time, and a special thanks out there, you guys, Dallas' sister Katie's here, his partner Ashley, so that's, if we can get a round of applause for them for being here in his honour as well. And also to you know, Steve and Jim for reaching out to Ashley in that hard time. I think it says a lot. Matt and Jordan Jansen, I don't know if you guys know, but Matt lost his brother the week before, and then he lost Dallas, and his wife's just their firstborn, and they've named him Dallas Jackson, so I think that's an amazing testament to him. And on the treat, I just want to say thank you, especially to my wife for waiting the next day when it happened. And life is short, and you know, we just appreciate everyone being here and supporting bodybuilding, because that's what we love to do, and we love to entertain you guys. I don't know about the negative bikini speech that Cedric's talking about, but I think we're here all to impact lives and funny shaped head. What are you talking about? Just want to say thank you to everyone for being here. Peace, love you guys.
See, that's why none of these microphones work. Everybody wants to drop the mic. Victor Martinze, no stranger to the Olympia stage. The Dominican Dominator is in the house.
What's up, everybody? Good to see a lot of you guys here today, this weekend. A lot of new faces, a lot of familiar faces, which is always great to see. Last few years I've been doing so well in Mr Olympia. I definitely had to qualify by winning a show, which I did this year, so definitely grateful. Not just, to be here, but to wake up every day, able to go through some mean workouts, spend time with my family, kids. And I'm not one to always complain. I'm one to always find solutions to everything that's not going right. And now, I would have to say, being up here with these guys, always grateful for that as well. Last year, a few of these guys were ahead of me. My goal this year is to come in with, with what I brought in this time around and put these guys behind me. So that being said, I feel better, I look better, and in the end, it's up to the judges.
Well, Vic, obviously you got the return of Flex Wheeler. Johnny Jackson not here today, but is in the Olympic. He's making this his last show. He's going to call it a career right here on the Olympia stage. It'll be a very special moment Saturday night. Jose was talking about seeing the light at the end of the tunnel in terms of career. Vic, you've been on this stage many, many years now. How much more gas you got left in the tank?
That's definitely one I wanted to address. It could be this one or next year, but it's also looming. Again, you know, I want to be able to enjoy a little bit while my joints are still put together by Scotch tape, you know. So, and I mean, it's hard to make that decision. Johnny is a warrior, and he's one of, you know, again, I looked up to him for many years. We've been competing on the stage for many years, so, you know, seeing him leave is something that's, you know, resonates with me because it's coming. It has to come. You have to know when to hang it up. And I had great years competing with many, many great pros. Dexter Jackson. I mean, I don't know how he does it, but he's definitely one that inspires me. All these years, Flex coming back, I think is beautiful, and it gives you that extra fuel you need to keep going. And you know, definitely, it's coming about it.
Well, Vic, some years ago we were on the expo stage, checked at the press conference stage, and I asked Ronnie Coleman, when he was competing, still defending the title, who do you feel like the next Mr. Olympia could be? He mentioned your name, Victor Martinez. So I'm going to revisit that now, Victor, and ask you, who do you see as the next guy past Phil to take over the Olympia throne?
Well, you're asking, you know, again, I thought I had ones. I could say what I believe, but it's not on me. It goes back to Japan. You know, we're all working hard. We all believe something, and it takes a lot of belief to make you that champion. You know, we have our favorites. I have favorites up here. You know, I like Cedric's physique, and but. At the end of the day, it's not up to me. I can predict all I want. You know, you got these bootleg writers always predicting what they think is best, when most of the time they're always wrong. They always lean towards, you know, whatever they hear or see because of one good angle picture, you know. So that being said, I mean, again, it goes back to the judges. I'm not going to sit here and start naming names. Again, I have my favorites, and you know, and especially a new one, Lionel Viecki. You never know, guys. You never know. These young guys are coming right back behind us, and they look great. But I would definitely represent. I'm definitely going to bring in better than last year. I mean, last year was a flop, and I definitely came here to vindicate myself.
All right, thank you, Victor. DJ.
I'm going to address one more person here that cracked the top 6 for the first time last year. The Beast. Roelly Winklaar. Roelly, you ready to crack the top 3? Crack, not crack the top 3. Are you ready to take on these guys?
First of all, I want to say everybody, welcome. That's my opinion to do this year, top 3, for sure. I go for it, I train hard for it. So everybody train hard for this competition, for Mr. Olympia. And we see what's going to happen on stage tomorrow.
Nathan, you guys train in the same gym, you just train together. You going to take them out?
First of all, guys, thanks for coming and supporting us. We appreciate it, you know. I have to take a roll out. Even though I'm a training partner, I believe I can. Last year I came up with blocks. I gave the judges and you guys different to look at. I believe I had one of the best conditions on stage. My first Mr. Olympia. I'm now maybe 14, 15 pounds heavier with the same condition, the same package. Like Phil said, my weaknesses, not my strengths. As I take it nowhere, I believe for me, without being big-headed and cocky, I believe I can get everything 8 and 6, just with my physique itself and show them what I've got and just what it says, you know.
Awesome. That's what we want to hear.
Hey, I want to get to the good stuff. So far, Josh has gotten rid of his hair. Shawn Rhoden has grown his hair back. What's going on with the beard, Roelly? We're not keeping the beard for the stage, are we? Beard's like a curse. Nobody wins with a beard.
The beard is something, it's my style, it's what I want. It's what, you know, never do that, you know, but, you know, when you focus, you train, eat, sleep, you don't care about to be nice in the gym. And the beard, yeah, it's my style, but tomorrow, we gotta do the baby face.
I don't know, I think being pretty is part of it, Phil.